Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen and this is actually the first video that I'm making, which is super exciting. And I think the first thing everyone should probably know about me is that I am a diehard Swiftie. I became a Taylor Swift fan the year You Belong With Me came out, and I heard it for the first time. I think I must have been like 9 or 10 when that song came out, and I just fell in love with it. And ever since then, I've stayed up until midnight for every album release that she's done. And it's just been really fun to grow up with her and, have an artist where I've grown with her change in style and genre, and just have artists where I like their music for decades. So I thought I'd sit down in this first video and make a Eras Tour Dream set list. I just think it will be fun to kind of daydream about what songs she might choose to play for us, and I'm kind of daydreaming a lot because I realize that my dream set list is completely unrealistic, both because I've added songs that maybe I really like but not everyone even knows about or enjoys as much as I do. And also the way that I've set this up is I've picked 4 songs per album. And yeah, I don't think I have completely done the math on that, but if I'm thinking in my head right, that would be like a 4-hour-long concert. So I realize that this is most definitely not going to happen, but I thought it would be fun to daydream a little bit and talk about some of my favorite Taylor Swift songs and just enjoy this time together talking about a shared love of this amazing artist. So I'm here, I have my list set up, and I have my Diet Coke with lime, and yeah, let's just get into this. I thought I'd start with Debut, and the 4 songs that I'd like to hear on Debut are I'd Lie, Cold As You, Stay Beautiful, and Our Song. And I'd also like to preface this just by saying that just because I picked these 4 songs off of the album doesn't necessarily mean that they're my 4 favorite songs from the album. They're just the ones that I want to see her perform. So I'm going to talk about like why I like these songs and then why I'd especially love to see her perform these songs live. So I'd Lie, I mean, this is probably not going to happen because I think Debut Taylor's version is going to have to come out in order for her to play this song, because I think, hopefully, crossing my fingers, that it will be a vault track. And if you've never heard this song, it was on the Beautiful Eyes EP, and it's just a bop and a half. I love this song, and I loved it like the first time I heard it. I just think it's so fun. And if you haven't heard this song and you're okay with looking up unreleased songs, you can find a version of it on YouTube, and it's really good. And then Cold As You, where do I even begin with this song? I feel like this is one of the most underrated Taylor Swift songs ever, like ever. It is the first track 5, so it is the first song that ever, received that place that means in Taylor Swift lore that it's just the most emotionally vulnerable track on the entire album. And I just think that this song is super underrated, and I really want to hear her sing the last chorus because she changes it up a little bit and it is just so beautiful. And then she like slows the last chorus down. Oh, what a shame, what a rainy ending given to a perfect day. Every smile you fake is so condescending, counting all the scars you made. Yeah, like that is just an amazing bridge that's completely underrated. Like I don't see anyone talking about this song, and I just think that it is amazing. And the fact that I don't know how old she was when she wrote this song, but she was definitely like younger than 17 when Fearless came out, so it just boggles my mind that someone so young wrote those incredible lyrics. I could go on about that song for hours, but I'm just gonna stop there and we can move on to Stay Beautiful. Although I probably wouldn't place this song in like the top 4 for me on this album, I just think that this is such a fun song, and I think that she could really make it fun on the tour singing it, and just hearing like all the OG Swifties sing this song I think would be amazing. And then the last one, of course, I think a lot of people want to hear this song on the tour, Our Song. And you just can't beat the chorus of this song, really. It is so fun. And I just remember like seeing that clip from Miss Americana on, I think it was from the Fearless tour, where she's just like has the guitar and she's just like swinging around. While she's singing the chorus of this song. If you know, you know. But I'd love to see her kind of recreate that moment during the Eras tour. Now that we've gotten through debut, let's move on to Fearless. And my first choice for this, I think, is a pretty common one, and that is Mr. Perfectly Fine. We have yet to hear this song live, and I just think that that is a tragedy, and she must sing this song during the Eras tour so that we can all hear it live for the very first time. And the second song that I chose is Fearless. I just think that this song is so iconic. It's the title track of the album, and I just think that it would be so fun if she like opened up, well, first of all, if she did the tour in like sections of different albums, I think that would be super cool. And if she opened up the Fearless section with Fearless and just like those opening notes where it's like that would be so cool. And then The Way I Loved You. This has always been my favorite song on Fearless, and I'm happy to see it getting more of the recognition that it deserves. I think it was in like the Summer I Turned Pretty TV show, and that kind of helped it to become more popular. But I just love the whole concept of this song and how it's about like, you know, someone being with a guy that is nice and the person that they're supposed to be with, but they miss like the excitement and the fighting of like a semi-toxic relationship. And yeah, I just love that song. The final one is That's When featuring Keith Urban. This is actually my favorite vault track from Fearless, Taylor's version. I would love it if Keith Urban like showed up at the Eras tour. I think that would be really fun. Or if she even, you know, sang it as a duet with like Phoebe Bridgers or Paramore or some of the other openers like the Haim sisters. That would be really fun. And I just think that the chorus of the song is so upbeat and happy, and I love a good old-fashioned love song. And I'm sorry that I didn't include like Love Story and You Belong With Me. I'm sure she will be singing those songs on the Eras tour, but this is just my personal dream set list. And like I said before, I know that it's probably completely unrealistic, but I'd say like she has to play Mr. Perfectly Fine and The Way I Loved You. Like those are my top two. I'd love to hear that. Moving on to Speak Now. Dear John. Specifically, I think it would be amazing if she did a Dear John would've, could've, should've mashup, because, you know, we all know who these two songs are about and that they're about the same person. And I love how in Would've, Could've, Should've, she kind of explores that same relationship but from the eyes of a more mature version of herself. And I just think it would be really cool if that was a mashup, or also if she's saying like Dear John and then went straight into Would've, Could've, Should've. Like, come on, that would be so amazing. Yeah, we must hear that. And Enchanted has always been my favorite song on this album. I think it's a fan favorite. It's like the All Too Well of this album. And I would love for her to just wear a big sparkly ball gown and sing this song so that we can fully immerse ourselves in the Speak Now era for everything that it is. And I've been seeing a lot of like rumors online that she's gonna release Speak Now Taylor's version before the tour starts. I would love it if that happened. I don't know if I buy into these rumors just because, you know, we're still waiting on the Lavender Haze music video. I feel like we haven't completely left like the Midnights era yet, but I mean, that would be really cool. And I definitely think Speak Now is coming next after watching the Bejeweled music video. I just hope that when Speak Now Taylor's version does come out, Enchanted gets like the moment that it deserves. Like, I would absolutely die if she made a music video for Enchanted. That would be so cool. And then Speak Now. Again, I'm a sucker for a title track, and gosh, this song is just so fun. I feel like I keep describing songs that way, but so I'm a sad song girl. I love listening to like emotionally devastating songs, but when I'm at a concert, okay, I kind of want it to be more fun. And so I am picking the songs that have more of like a fun, energetic vibe. And I think Speak Now definitely has that. I would love her to wear a gown that's shaped like a pastry, whatever that means. I think we've all been wondering what that would look like. So yeah, Speak Now. And finally, Haunted. Look, if you've never seen the video of her like hitting the giant bell during this song on the Speak Now tour, you have to look that up because it's like the most dramatic thing I've ever seen. And if she recreated that on this tour, I would die. And also, I just think that the song is super underrated. I love it. And if she did the piano version, sobbing. I would literally sob. If you haven't listened to the piano version of Haunted, what are you doing with your life? Go listen to it right now. Moving on to Red. So I've heard a lot of differing opinions on if we want Taylor to sing All Too Well 10-minute version or not, because we've already seen her sing this song live on SNL and at the performance she did at the All Too Well short film premiere. It's also 10 minutes long, so it would keep her from singing 3 other songs that she wouldn't otherwise be able to sing. But for me, like, I have to hear that outro live, and not the I was there, like, not that outro, but the outro where she's like, I was never good at telling jokes, like that whole thing. I know I've seen it in videos performed live, but I feel like it will be a completely like out of body experience watching her in person singing that live to a crowd and just all of the fans like screaming the words. Like, I need to see that. And if you have a different opinion, comment it down below. I think it's definitely a valid opinion because we have seen it live already, and it would take away 3 other songs, and she just has such a large and amazing discography. So I think it is a valid opinion, but I personally would love to see her perform that song at the tour. Next, I would love, out of all the vault tracks on Red, not including All Too Well, but out of all the other vault tracks, I would love to hear I Bet You Think About Me. I just think that song is such a fun breakup song. I love like a petty breakup song, and those lines in the outro where she's like, your organic shoes and your $1 million couch. I just think that's so funny, and it's such a good song to like scream in the car, and I think that also means that it would be a good song on the tour. Next, State of Grace. I just think that this is an amazing way to start the album and would therefore also be an amazing song to start like the Red section of the tour. Again, if she's gonna section off into albums, I don't know if she's gonna do that, but I think that would be really cool. I love the electric guitar in this song. I think the lyrics are amazing. The parallels in the Twin Fire Signs line, and then Did My Twin Flame Bruise Paint You Blue line in All Too Well. I just think that's amazing. And then finally, The Last Time. I'm a Last Time sucker. I don't think a ton of people love and appreciate this song, but again, I love sad songs. I love a duet, especially when Taylor does a duet with a man with like a really deep voice. And if I've said it once, I've said it a million times, but this song walked so Exile could run. Moving on to Reputation. I would love for her to perform Delicate. The singles that she released during the Reputation era, this one was my favorite, and I would argue the most successful. Like, I feel like when I hear people talk about singles from Reputation, it's like Ready for It, Look What You Made Me Do, Endgame. Like, I feel like Delicate is definitely the favorite, if, you know, the average person has heard that song, because it definitely wasn't as popular as some of the other singles, but man, I just love that song. I'd love her to wear that like blue fringy dress from the music video and like recreate some of her old dance moves from the music video. I think that would be really fun. And then, of course, Getaway Car. I love this song. I don't think I'm alone in loving this song, and it's just so fun to hear her perform it live, like at the Reputation Stadium tour. The bridge, unmatched, and yeah, I just need to see that again. And Dancing with Her Hands Tied is another one I'd love to see her perform from Reputation. I've heard a lot of people talk about how they like the acoustic version of this song more than the original version, and I can see it. I can understand why, but like I think the original version is a bop. I love the intense production that Jack Antonoff did on that song, and I like she's never performed this song with the original production before, and I would just personally love to see that. Final one, Look What You Made Me Do. I just need this. I need all the snakes. Twice. Oh. When she's singing this song. Even though a lot of people find this song annoying, I love pettiness, and this song gives me all that pettiness. And like, you wouldn't have Reputation without this song. Moving on to Lover. Again, with the title tracks. I didn't realize I had so many title tracks on this one, but Lover. You have to have an amazing song if so many people are choosing this song to like dance to at their weddings, and I'd love like a version of this just with an acoustic guitar, like really stripped down. Sorry, the timer went off on my phone and I had to turn it off and start over. Anyway, I was talking about Lover. I just love to hear this song stripped down. I think it would be amazing, and Lover, I think, really Lover the song encompasses the entire album. Yeah, I just think it would be hard to do the Lover era justice without singing this song. And then, Cruel Summer. You know, we've never heard this song live before, and I think that is truly a tragedy. And I just want to be there in the room when all of us fans scream, "He looked up grinning like a devil." I need that in my life. I need that moment, and I think that I'll be able to die a happy person once I have lived that moment. And then my last two, kind of basic, and we've heard them live before, but I don't think I could ever get enough of these two songs, and they are Cornelia Street and Death by a Thousand Cuts. And specifically, like, acoustically, like she did it in the City of Lover movie concert that was on Disney Plus, like, during the pandemic. I feel like once I heard the songs acoustic, I had a greater appreciation for both of those songs on the album, and I just think they're both brilliantly written. They're so beautiful melodically, and when they're acoustic, you can really pay attention to the genius that is those songs. I have a hard time listening to Cornelia Street without actual tears coming to my eyes, because I think in that song she perfectly captured what it feels like to be in love with someone, and for someone to be such a big part of your life that you literally don't know what you would do without them. You don't know if you can move on from that sort of heartbreak, and I love that. Moving on to Folklore. August. Obviously, we all need it, we all want it. I think Taylor Swift wants it. I'm pretty sure she said that this was like one of her favorite songs off of this album, so I don't think we have to worry about her performing that one. And then Cardigan. I love Cardigan. I know that it's a single, I know that it's basic to like this song off of Folklore, but this bridge for me is unmatched. I think it's some of the best songwriting that she has ever done in her entire career. The smell of smoke would hang around this long. And also the line where she says, "chasing shadows in the grocery line." Those are amazing lines, and I think about them constantly. I would love it if she did like a super stripped down version of the song, one that sounds more like the Candlelight version. That was like my most streamed song on Spotify this year, and I can't get enough of it. And then My Tears Ricochet. I love this song. I guess we've seen her perform all of these Folklore songs live because of the Long Pond Studio sessions. I love that version of it as well, but this song is incredible. I think the bridge is amazing. It's one of the best bridges on Folklore in my opinion, and I would be very upset if she didn't sing this song, at least in like a mashup or something. Maybe if she did like a Folklore mashup and somehow fit August, Cardigan, and My Tears Ricochet all into one song. I would die. I would love that. And The Lakes. I just think this song is so beautiful, and again, exploring the love that she has for Joe in such a poetic and different way. Like, this woman has written so many love songs about the same man and somehow manages to bring something different to the table every single time. I'm also trying to like imagine the set design in my head for this tour, and she'll like change things for each era, because I think you can do so many cool set design things with like folklore, especially singing a song like The Lakes that paints like such beautiful imagery in your head of, you know, just trees and flowers and all of this like very natural stuff. And I love what she did in the Grammys performance when she did like the August Cardigan Willow mashup.
The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. Begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man.
I thought that set design was gorgeous, and I hope that she does something like that for the Eras tour as well. Moving on to Evermore, obviously Champagne Problems. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I have to admit that Champagne Problems is not my favorite song on this album. I love Evermore, I'm an Evermore stan, but this is just not like my favorite song. And I also love sad songs, so I'm not sure what it is. I think it has something to do with the melody, because the lyrics are incredible. But there are definitely times where I skip this song, and I know that I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that. It's an unpopular opinion, but that's just how it is. But that does not change the fact that I have to hear this song live. Like, this bridge, incredible. If she wore a wedding dress while she was singing this song, yeah, I think we all need that in our lives. Next, Cowboy Like Me. This is my favorite song off of Evermore, and I think that that also is an unpopular opinion. But I just love like the Western vibes of this song. It's Western, but it's also very like mellow. And there's never a time where I'm not in the mood to listen to this song. I'm always in the mood for it. And we haven't heard her sing it live, and I need that. It's some of her best lyricism in my opinion. You know, the line where she's like, I hang from your lips like the gardens of Babylon. I remember hearing that for the first time, like the night that Evermore came out, and my jaw just dropped. I was like, she did not just say that. It's incredible. Next, Dorothea. Again, I just think this song is like super upbeat and cute, and I would love to hear it live, because we haven't yet. I would love for her to do like an Evermore Long Pond Studio sessions. I know there were rumors about that for a while. I'm still hoping for it. Like, at this point, I know we're probably never gonna get that, but I hope that she does do Evermore justice during the tour, and that we get more than just like one song. Other song I'd love to hear is Right Where You Left Me. Oh my gosh. This, for a bonus track, is top tier for me, and I just love the whole concept of like a woman that has not gotten over a breakup, never will, and is literally just sitting there, dust collecting in her hair, and the imagery is so strong. And I think melodically this would really show off her vocals at the tour. If you don't like the song, I'm convinced that you just need to listen to it more until you like it. All right, we're at our final album, everyone. Midnights. I've got my Midnights vinyl. I think I can speak for every Taylor Swift fan when I say that this is an amazing album, and I can't wait to hear some of these songs live for the first time. If I had to pick 4 songs for her to perform from this album, let's just start with the one that I already talked about a little bit, Would've, Could've, Should've. Again, specifically if she performed this with Dear John, I would die. I think it's so healing to listen to this song and, you know, realize where she was when she was in that relationship and right after she got out of that relationship, and having that maturity to look back on, you know, someone doing you wrong and not even realizing how much they did you wrong until years later. So I think hearing those 2 songs in conjunction with each other would be incredible. And Karma is my next one. Again, I think this is so fun. For me, Taylor Swift's glitter gel pen songs are really hit or miss. Like, Shake It Off, I don't need to hear that in the tour. 22, like, no. But for me, Karma is everything I want in a glitter gel pen song. It's fun, it's slightly petty, but at the end of the day, it's just a fun song to listen to. It's enjoyable to listen to. It puts you in a good mood. And I think we all need to hear her sing this song live, especially considering how much success she's had with this album, how much success she's had with the tour already, even though it hasn't even started yet, and how much success like we've seen her have since leaving Big Machine Records, and since the whole scenario where someone stole her music, and obviously we know that who this song is about, so I think it would be fun for her to sing that, considering all of the success that she's had recently. And then next, Lavender Haze. I can't wait for this music video to come out. I just get a rush of serotonin every single time I listen to this song and I hear "Meet Me at Midnight." And I remember the moment where I first heard that, and it was just, I realized that Taylor Swift was returning to pop. I realized that she somehow managed to say "Meet Me at Midnight" so many times before this album came out, and none of us like thought that it was going to be a lyric, or let alone the first lyric that we would hear in the whole album. I think I saw like a TikTok of someone like doing a mashup between Lavender Haze and I Think He Knows as like the opening of the Midnight's tour.
Meet me at midnight. I think he knows. Meet me at midnight.
And Taylor Swift commented on it and was like, "You're not wrong." So who knows, maybe that will happen, but I think it would be criminal for her to not perform this song at the concert. And then finally, this is just for me personally, Maroon. The first time I heard this song, I sobbed. Not because of the lyrics, but just because it was so good. And I'm always nervous going into a new Taylor Swift album release because there's like this lingering intrusive thought in the back of my mind that's like, will this be the first time that you listen to a Taylor Swift album and you're like disappointed by it? As soon as I heard Maroon, I was like, this is the best album I've ever heard in my entire life, and I just started crying. I don't know what you want me to say about this song. Like, we all need to hear this song live. I think that it is a fan favorite, but I haven't met anyone personally who's like, this is my favorite song on the album. Usually it's in like the top 5, but this is my favorite song on the album, hands down. It was the first time I listened to it, was my favorite song, and now months later it still is. And I need to hear last chorus when she like goes down into her lower register. She sings it like an octave lower, and she's like, "The burgundy on my t-shirt when you splash." Like, it's just so sexy. I need that in my life. Anyway, those are all of the songs that I would like to hear at the Eras Tour. I would love for her to do a lot of mashups, and if I had to guess, I would say that we are gonna get a lot of mashups, just so that she can fit more songs into a smaller amount of time. And so, again, I'd love to hear a Dear John Would've, Could've, Should've medley. I'd love to hear, like, a Red, Daylight, Maroon medley, or maybe just Red and Maroon, something like that. I think would be really fun. I realized I skipped 1989. I'm so sorry. I love 1989. The songs that I want to hear on 1989 are Style. This is my favorite single off of 1989. I'm obsessed with it. Just give me that bass at the beginning, the that's all I need, and I simply need to hear it. Wildest Dreams, obviously, this is one of my favorite songs off of this album. We have Taylor's version already, and we all love it. And next, Clean. I love her piano version of Clean. What if she did like a Clean Long Live mashup? Has she done that already? Did she do that during the Reputation Stadium tour? Or did she just do Clean on New Year's Day? I can't remember. Let me know if you know. And then finally, This Love. I love that she released a single for This Love, Taylor's version, because honestly, like, I was probably 15 when this album came out, and I did not appreciate this song. And it took This Love, Taylor's version, for me to wake up and fully fathom everything that is this song. And honestly, I feel like Wildest Dreams and This Love might sound really good together in a mashup too. I'm just a sucker for a mashup. Comment down below either what songs you'd love to hear at the Eras Tour, or mashups that you'd love to hear. I'd love to talk about like any predictions that you have, like costume or set design. And if you were lucky enough to get tickets, you know, I can't wait to go see her. And if you didn't, I really hope that she makes like a movie like the Reputation Stadium tour out of this album so that we can at least all enjoy her talent. And anyway, yeah, thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to my channel for more Taylor Swift and music content. I recently just graduated in English, and so let me know if you'd like to see like English major breaks down, you know, Taylor Swift song videos. I'd love to do that, and honestly her lyrics are probably the reason why she is my favorite artist and has been for so long, so that's something that I would love to do. So let me know if you'd want to see that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!